was, and I'm always reminded of it by him.
And we're going to have a penalty shot to watch. Murray Bannerman gets ready to face somebody when we return.
Prodigy makes your PC a powerful tool.
And now they've even added an encyclopedia.
Awesome. I do my shopping at home, pay my bills.
And I can learn something new.
Prodigy now has a 21-volume electronic encyclopedia that's updated quarterly.
All right, Prodigy.
Just press a couple of keys.
Prodigy connects your computer to sports, news, shopping, and now an encyclopedia that never goes out of date. All for only $12.95 a month.
You have just got to get this thing.
It's even got an encyclopedia.
Prodigy.
In stores everywhere.
As we greet you again from Chicago Stadium, it's still 1-0 in favor of the Chicago Blackhawks alumni. Eddie Shack had the opportunity on a penalty shot. Look at that paddle.
Stopped by the canoe before he got the stick, and here he goes. And Murray Bannerman's 2 for 2, and Eddie Shack can't believe it. He listed himself in the bios as a businessman. Traded a multitude of times, Jigs. Everywhere he went, he bought a house. And everywhere he left, he made money on the house. He was one smart individual.
6 different teams. I recall a house that he bought in Los Angeles, out in the valley. Had some cracks in the walls and was due to slide down the hill because of some mudslides. He liked it, fixed it up, and as you say, took the money to the bank.
Scored goals for Toronto, Boston, Los Angeles, Buffalo, Pittsburgh, and back to Toronto.
53 years of age now is Shack. We watch O'Callahan get checked by Gilbert. Phil Esposito, executive now with the Tampa Bay Lightning, who will be joining the National Hockey League in 1992. Esposito out there with Ted Lindsay and Rod Gilbert. And moving over the line here is Denny Potvin. Watch Jason back in the net. The centering pass to Esposito went off his stick, and Phil just parks right at the goal line and looks at the crowd. Down the other direction comes Peter Marsh. Red Kelly steers him back in the net. Potvin picks him up on the far side, and the puck is loose. Reggie Kerr, who had one big season here in Chicago, centers it in front, and Marsh scores.
Marsh and Kerr get together here, Jigs. Marsh and Kerr, away from the ice surface, work together. Have their own business. Here's Reggie Kerr looking around. Marsh will go to the front of the net. Marsh played 5 seasons for Winnipeg and Chicago. Another goal scored by Chicago from the slot. Quick shot to beat Chico Resch. 34-year-old puts it in. Six side, 2-0 Chicago.
And Red Kelly for the heroes of hockey. Fed it to Jim Schoenfeld. Bannerman has it back of that Chicago goal, and there is Bill White. White, who came over to the Blackhawks in a trade from the Los Angeles Kings after retirement, went on to coach this Chicago club. And a look at number 16, Marcel Dion.
He talked about thrills and some of the things he's done in his life, Jigs. He went over during the middle of December to the Gulf, and he went over to visit a lot of the Canadian troops that were over there to wish them well and help out with morale. Played some sand hockey with them. He visited 3 of the Canadian ships, the Protector, the Athabascan, and the Terra Nova. He went by helicopter from ship to ship to say hello to the hockey fans and the troops that were over there. Said he was allowed to shoot some of the guns in the helicopter. Thought he was Tom Cruise.
What a marvelous experience, huh?
But he came back, and you could read Marcel Dion about the seriousness.
Saw him get that quick shot away. Still got the release. Comes out of the corner. Fired another one that was blocked by Bill White. That's Lanny McDonald, number 9 for the Heroes. To Dion. Knocked away from him by Kerr. And he has cleared the zone. Schoenfeld, well, he couldn't get to it. Neither could Red Kelly. There's Preston coming in here on the left side. Gets tied up by Schoenfeld. Peter Marsh goes round behind the net. Couldn't center it. Now Kerr puts it in front for Marsh. The puck knocked away, and Frank Mahovlich has it. The big M to Lanny McDonald. McDonald, who started his career in Toronto, went to Colorado, ended up in Calgary, and got the Stanley Cup in his finest season. He's given it to Mahovlich. He gets checked by Marsh. We have 1 minute and 45 seconds left in the first period. 2 15-minute periods, running time. Chicago in front, 2-0. Puck tied up on the boards. The biggest ovation before Bobby Hull arrived tonight for Stan Mikita.
47, pardon me. As you look, Stan Mikita was instrumental here, Jigs, in getting Bobby Hull to put the skates on, the uniform on, and to come out and have the fans cheer the individual. Stan Mikita always involved with the Alumni Association in Chicago. By the way, Bobby Hull has not played a shift yet. He's had a lot of problems with those shoulders, like you mentioned, Jig, but at least he's here, and the fans had a chance to take a look at him.
And that one piece of old video that we had, there were the Atlanta Flames uniforms. You see that he beat one of the current NHL general managers on that play, beat Pat Quinn clean, and Noel Price. Out at center ice, Jimmy Watson. Turned back by King Kong, Jerry Korab, and Eric Nestorenko moved up on him. Now Howell, the Goldsworthy. Clark got checked at the blue line. Bill Barber has the puck. With Bill Goldsworthy, the Barber. Clark into the slot. The pass intended for Clark ended up being steered to the corner by Bannerman. The Blackhawks back in their own end, tied up here. The puck still loose. The two referees now call it. So we'll get a face-off in the Chicago end. There's Lanny in behind the training staff.
Remember that one, Jake? Overtime goal that beat the Islanders and allowed them to move on in 1978.
Before my time, J.D.
And here, that goal won the Stanley Cup for Calgary in 1989. I can remember Jake Lanny McDonald playing hockey in Lethbridge, playing for the Lethbridge Sugar Kings as a 16-year-old in the third period of a playoff game. 19 seconds into the third period, with Lethbridge losing 2-1, the rink burned down.
Yeah.
True story. I was on that team with them. We walked out on the street, stood there and watched the arena burn down. No one injured. The 2,000 fans just walked out casually and watched.
Well, we'll see what kind of a burning desire they come back with for the second period. We'll return to Chicago in a moment.
Two of the Dream players are here tonight in All-Star Friday. Bobby Hull is playing in the Heroes game. A little later, you'll see number 99, Wayne Gretzky, in the skills competition. We pause now for a regional break. You're watching All-Star Friday on Sports Channel America.
Back at Chicago Stadium, All-Star Weekend. And the city of Chicago is excited, as we hope you are. And I'm joined by the president of the National Hockey League, John Ziegler. A great weekend. Certainly some decisions to be made, though, prior to tonight happening. Your thoughts?
Well, like I think the whole world, and particularly in North America, we had some very somber and sober moments, which we continue to have. But the policy of the United States, going back to World War II, the Korean conflict in Vietnam, was that businesses, professional sports, the entertainment business carry on. And our signals from the government was that we should not change that. But we've always said we'll do what our president and what our government asks of us.
You must be very satisfied with the way the crowd responded to the introduction of the Blackhawks alumni and certainly some of the great names on this Heroes of Hockey team. And the future looks so bright as well.
I say one of the great parts of the Heroes game are the introductions, and I think I get as involved as the fans because I remember the great plays that so many of those made and the thrills that they had given us. It's just a great time.
Mr. Ziegler, the game goes to San Jose next year, 2 years later to Ottawa and to Tampa. What next? What's down the road, say, 5 years from now?
Jiggs, as you know, we had a goal that we established about a year ago that we hope to reach 28 teams by the turn of the century. And what you've just mentioned is our expansion is our first steps. We will try to assimilate them, make sure that they're going the way we think they will, and then we'll be making decisions in the future as to the next four.
How about the tour that has just recently been completed by the Soviet teams? What lies ahead, say, a year from now? Will we see the Super Series, or will we see something different, John?
Next year in '91, we will have the Canada Cup, and that will be our international activity for '91. And we're going to take this period to really see now what will be our program for the next 10 years in international hockey. And I think there are a lot of exciting ideas, but none have really come to where we can say, well, this is the way we're going to go.
Quickly, can I just ask you about the state of the league, the state of the National Hockey League as we see it today?
Competitively, it continues to amaze me. As some of our general managers say, parity is a bad idea, but it looks like it's here, and our attendance is holding up. The job that Sports Channel has done for us has been great. Everything looks very good.
Thank you for a great evening tonight. We're all looking forward to the All-Star game tomorrow as well. Let's join Bill Clement.
Okay, Jigs, thanks very much. From the president to the governor, Mark Messier, who will be representing the Campbell Conference. You were here last year. Is that an advantage? You know what these events are all about.
Well, I think a little bit, I think everybody didn't really know what was going on last year. I think the format's been improved a little bit. The players know what to expect, and I think the guys are really ready for it.
What are we going to see you in here tonight?
I'm going to be doing a little bit of target shooting and helping out in the breakaway contest. So they were trying to get me into the speed skating contest this year, but with the sore knee and all, I kind of opted out of that.
Any idea who the stiffest competition is going to come from? You've taken a look at the guys on the other side.
Well, I think all the talent that's here, I mean, everybody can shoot and skate and pass the puck, just unbelievable. And there's so much talent on the ice at one time that all the skills are going to be really close events.
You get nervous for anything like this, Mark?
Well, it's funny. Everybody goes out there with a pretty loose attitude, but when the competition actually starts, you can see the competitiveness come out in all the players, and as much as you don't want to admit it, that everybody wants to win no matter what, and this is no different.
Okay, Mark, you guys don't know it, but the heroes of hockey promise not to chop the ice up too much for you guys. We'll have to check with Jiggs McDonald and see if they're sticking to their promise. Jiggs?
So far they are, Bill. John Davidson joins me as Makita and Esposito faced off once more for the second period. The Chicago Blackhawks alumni leading 2-0. Phil Esposito across the line, shoots off the catching glove of Batterman.
Jiggs, that was the old Phil wind-up play. Wins the draw back to the defenseman, curls in behind, takes the pass, and struts up ice. Hey, he had a pretty good shot.
Still got the hands, huh?
Maybe he'll be looking for a 3- or 4-way contract there in Tampa. As a player, the general manager, the trader, the man that runs the franchise, the president. A little bit of everything, huh?
He's a one-man show here to get the second period started, isn't he? Coral and Korab across the line. We rode over to the game tonight with Jerry Korab and Phil Russell. What a bundle of laughs. Looking at the merchandise part here in Chicago as Barber tests Batterman with that